Right. Especially a local kid too. Okay. Nick Chubb, yes, he's still there. What's surprising, I thought, would you agree with me here? What's surprising, the Browns didn't use any of their second round picks, but Baltimore used a couple of picks to get Lamar Jackson and from the Eagles. So that's what was surprising to me. They didn't get back into the first round and get a third player like we did last year. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, not just getting wild, he's retiring after this season. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping that happens. We're talking that now in April, and then we hopefully, more than hopefully, in August after training camp, we don't hear Baker Mayfield's going to start like we had Deshaun Kaiser last year, when we had a $16 million quarterback that could have definitely started for the Browns, and we put the rookie in, and we got our lunch basically for the whole season. Hmm. No, we don't. Trying to keep a straight face for 8 weeks. No, I don't need that. Hmm. Right. Right. Hmm. I wasn't either. Hmm. Hmm. Definitely. We filled a need there. Hmm. We just need. How about we need a wide receiver, and some good ones are available in the second and third round. We got 3 picks, including 2 in like the first. Maybe load up on a wide receiver. Get definitely help on the left tackle. Definitely, we have to fill that spot. Right, definitely, an offensive. Hmm. I no. Right. Hmm. We need players. We need to fill them. You're absolutely right, Mr. Gardner. Absolutely right. Here, I just want to read something real quick because Mary Kay Cabot wrote this morning, okay, about Baker Mayfield. Let me just read this real quick. Baker Mayfield is 6 feet tall, Texas native, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, was wildly successful in college, yes, but has some off-field incidents on his resume and has a huge cult following. Sound familiar? Also, the description fits Johnny Manziel, who not only didn't wreck this league as promised, but was a train wreck here. Absolutely agree, Mary Kay. Since setting foot at the Senior Bowl in January, Mayfield has sought to shred and shed his bad boy Manziel image. As fate would have it, he landed right here in the land where Manziel was known more for floating on swans, the money sign, the rolled up bills, blonde wigs than throwing touchdown passes. But Mayfield, picked #1 last night by the Browns, is here to tell you that he's not Johnny Manziel, and he's ready to deep six the narrative, even here, smack dab in the middle of Johnnyville. Mary Kay, very, very creative. Very, very creative. Now, right. Mhm. Right. And he threw for over 500 yards in that game. Mm-hmm. He even admitted after that game, Larry, he admitted after the game that, yeah, he was tired because he threw for over 500 yards. Okay? He really was competitive in the game. He has really improved. See, what the Browns fans are fearing right now is the fact that we picked a Big 12 quarterback, and then you go back to Brandon Weeden. We picked him out of Oklahoma State, and he turned out to be a big bust, period, here for this town. So that's the fear of the Big 12 quarterback. They don't, okay, we have that fear that, okay, could have we picked, here's what gets me irked. It really gets me irked when I heard this. Oh, you can't pick a running back first round. Wrong. Okay? Wrong. O.J. Simpson was a #1 pick. Okay? Jim Brown was a #1 pick. What all of a sudden you can't pick a running back #1? Please. That is the biggest crock of crap that I've ever heard. And the other thing that really, here's the clue from the GM from the Browns. Yes, I'll tell you what it was. Picking this quarterback, okay, last year he was with Kansas City, but moved up to get Patrick Mahomes. All right. Now Mahomes is going to be starting in Kansas City this year, and Alex Smith was shipped out to Washington, and Kirk Cousins got his big guaranteed contract in Minnesota. And then last night the Steelers traded Brian Martavius Bryant to the Raiders. And the Browns were having feelers with the Steelers about that player. And nothing came. Mm-hmm. Nah. Right. 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 AFC North, Central. It's okay. All right, can you stay on the line just one moment, Mr. Gardner? I need to take a commercial break right now, okay? You are hearing and listening to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. And away we go. It's all right. Just Jackie Gleason. Hey!
Hey, what's up?
What's up
How
with
you
you?
doing?
What's up with you? Huh?
Good. How are you?
You know who to say hi to.
Hey.
Yeah.
How are you?
Now you gotta learn how to work Facebook Live, my dear. I saw you last night.
And I'm not good at it.
Oh,
it was hurting my hands after a while.
Well,
I stopped.
Here's the
Way too
difference.
much.
Look, here's the difference. The stand. Got this on eBay. Take stand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still stiff, everybody. Hey, Karen, how you doing? I mentioned Anthony's birthday. I may mention it again. I haven't forgotten. All right. We actually got somebody here besides me. Yay. That was a great lead. Queen, that was a great lead. That was a great lead. I love it. I need to drink some. All right, Mary Kay, let's go ESPN. Let's see what's going on here. Oh,
Sorry. Sorry, man. I can't
don't worry
talk
about it. Don't worry about it. Good. I deserve it. Oh, this is picking Baker Mayfield. That's what happened. Be right back. Deserve it. I'm just going to take them, when we take breaks, I'll just take live reads and we'll come back with it. That'll make it easier. So how are you doing?
I'm busy.
Busy is right. How was your show last night? Because
What was that?
I was going to say, no, I don't want to be mean, but the Facebook Live was not cut off, but was stopped.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to listen to it. I really
Yeah.
was.
No, it's
Because
fine.
you guys were
it started
talking-
off a little like
You were talking.
slow though.
No, you were talking. You were about to talk to Draft, and I'm like, okay, let me hear
Yeah.
this.
But you
and-
know what? The part of the problem that I'm having with the show, and I'm trying to explain to him, is that we don't spend any time talking about sports. Like we spend 5 minutes talking about sports. So we're supposed to say that this show is dedicated to community sports and entertainment. Our sports segment needs to be more than 2 minutes.
Oh yeah,
You know, and
understandable.
that's part of the problem. And he's like, "Well, we're good," and I'm like,
Well,
"Well,
if you're
we're,
good,
if
you're
we're
good.
advertising sports show, our sports
What is that?
topic,
What is that? 95.9?
yeah, 95.9.
Yeah. Well, when
yeah.
I went to the live,
Yeah.
live. Yeah, they weren't playing. They were playing music.
It wasn't, yeah. So I guess there's 2 shows at the same time, but they
Yeah.
gotta figure it out. So
Right. That's fine. No,
yeah,
that's fine.
no, which it pisses me off though, because
I
don't tell
understand.
somebody to go live and
I understand.
we're not on.
Well, hell.
But my issue with the show, I'm like, we're talking about show quality. So if you want this show to be great, don't say that it's a sports show too, and we're talking about sports for 2 minutes, because 2 people don't know sport. But he's like, our show is doing. I'm like, whatever. So that ain't my focus. I'm about to be on TA on Sunday nights.
Really?
So, yeah, with Mansfield Frazier on the forum. So yeah, you can hear me on TA on Sunday.
Oh,
nights from
definitely.
7 to
When's it
10.
start?
Well, I actually did it 2 weeks ago, and then he was out this past Sunday, so I'll be on there Sunday night.
Okay.
So it'll be more like politics and stuff, not as much sports.
No, do
But
what you
know,
do.
it's a
And
great opportunity. You know, and you know, if I do to put the topics out in advance and we get to showtime, and they're like, "Well, I don't know nothing, so I'm just gonna pass it." I'm like, that doesn't give us credibility.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It makes us look bad.
Well, you want to. There we go.
But I'm like, it ain't my show, so whatever.
Not my show either. Man, did I have a good show Wednesday. Oh, man. Man, that was a great show Wednesday. I should have been in, no should have. Maybe soon I'll be in, because it was good. Oh, great. got a big head. I have a big head. Chris, how you doing, buddy? All right. Let me just first verse. Just the first verse. Verse something. 1, 2. Now. Welcome back to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. If you have a question, a comment, a thought, anything on your mind about the Browns draft, anything in the world of not only local sports but national sports, give us a call here, 216-694-8910. Again, 216-694-8910. And walking into my immediate right, First Lady of Sports, Miss Rachel Hill.
What's up, man?
Let me hear your adventures with the NFL draft last night.
Man, I was booking to get downtown. Actually, I was on air at 95.9 FM WOVU. So right as the pick came in, like literally our show was ending. So I just was kind of in disbelief. You know, when it started coming out on Wednesday that the Browns were going to pick Baker Mayfield, I thought it was a smokescreen. I really did. Adam Schefter, but he's in the know just like Woj is for ESPN, formerly of Yahoo. So when Adam drops an atom bomb, usually 99% of the time is to be trusted. But, you know, remember how Dorsey was talking about, yeah, there's a mole and we want to find out who leaked that information. And it was probably the Browns. But you thought that the Browns leaked that information in an attempt to try to gain some leverage and gain some trades with some teams that were going to move up. So, you know, I had a possibility. It could be Baker. I mean, I think I kind of resigned myself on the show to talking about, you know, they're all fundamentally flawed. So I said, why not pass on all of them and take, you know, that pick and maybe pick Saquon, then get Chubb at 4, and then see what comes out next year as far as quarterbacks, because you already have Tyrod Taylor. So I think he is going to be a serviceable quarterback for you. But then, too, you know, in Cleveland, you're 2 snaps away from starting. So that is a thing that we all have to realize, that if we don't block for, you know, Taylor, then you're going to have the next quarterback up. And then, you know, it's going to be Mayfield's time. So he could be there possibly before the end of the season, even though their plan is to sit him. It might not happen, and history has told us it's not going to happen. He's going to be playing before the end of the year. But that is their plan, and they feel that, you know, Tyrod Taylor will be able to steal that guy from completely number 4, stunned on that. But, you know, one of the things is that for a lot of years, this organization stayed away from drafting down 71. And Pittsburgh has been the recipient of those drafts, and those Ohio State players have performed very well for Pittsburgh. So you kind of know this is a new regime because they were not scared of going to Ohio State. And then also Cincinnati picked up Billy Price, so Ohio State center.
Absolutely.
So they are
Beautiful
keeping these
pick
guys,
by the Bengals.
they are keeping these guys in the AFC North, so we will be seeing them. But yeah, definitely not expecting that pick, but he did train with Mark Harris of Raw Talent Sports of Shaker Heights.
Put that Shaker Heights in, baby.
So yeah, so you know, he trained with him. So it'll definitely be interesting. You know, one thing is, I think you got to give this regime a chance. You know that you have proven talent evaluators, so that is different. You know, they see something in these guys that we don't see, and they have tried to surround them with talent as well this offseason, something that prior regimes have not. And, you know, I understand what Sashi was doing because, you know, you will see the fruits of his labor start to pay off, even though he lost his job because of it. You will start to see that plan that they put in place finally start to bloom. But you're really not going to know until 3-4 years later, you know, what this draft truly did. But they went far off in the direction that we didn't think that they were going to go. So it was very shocking.
Well, here's the thing. did the Browns at number 4 with Denzel Ward, was it more, well, not more of, to you, was it a fill of a need, or did you really want Bradley Chubb in the front?
I mean, the needs are so great on this team. One draft alone is not going to fill it. So,
No.
I mean, ideally, you want to take the best player available.
Bingo.
And if they felt that that was the best player available, I mean, look at the system he comes from. You know, North Carolina State ain't did nothing in Lord knows how long. So, yes, you have this freak player, but, you know, that player wasn't able to do anything special for his team. You know, Denzel Ward is coming from the Ohio State University.
Mm-hmm.
They don't rebuild, they reload. It is a football factory. He probably is the most NFL ready player. But when it wasn't,
that's what we need.
We gave up a ton of pass yards too. So yes, you do want somebody down in the trenches on the defensive side of the ball as well. But you know, we can't continue to give up huge chunks of yardage as well. Plus, you got rid of Joe Hayden.
Right.
So you have to have somebody, you know, on that number 1, number 2 receiver.
Corner.
Yeah, so you have to fill that need as well. But the thing is, okay, we fill one need, but the needs are so great. And like I said, it's not going to show for years to come, but we still have a ton more needs. So it doesn't even matter at this
Right,
point.
okay. I was going to say, I saw a poster this morning on Facebook at the Ohio State University site, and they showed all the defensive safeties, corners, linebackers that the Ohio State Buckeyes have put in the first round. And Ohio State, with the defensive backs, have 7 in a row have gone in the first round to different teams. So Denzel Ward became the 7th to do this. So it is amazing. I don't have it's twofold. I really wanted Bradley Chubb to complement Garrett. It would have been really interesting because the Browns were in that position last year where they could have had Derek Barnett as Chris, my friend Chris, Uncle Chris here, basically says say no to drugs, Browns management, and a gem right there. All right, but my point is here. My point is this, all right. The Browns could have had Derek Barnett, Myles Garrett. They could have had 2 defenders. Myles Garrett is now wearing a Super Bowl ring. And Chris was on the not bandwagon, but he was bantering over and over and over again. Derek Barnett, and we had the opportunity to get him, and we let that opportunity go. Mr. Gardner, you still on the line? All right.
Hey, Larry, how you doing today? No, get out of my head. I don't like that. Don't be trying to be in my mind. I don't like that. Don't try to read in my head. Get out of there. He beating us up he beating us up twice a season.
Twice a Sunday. Mm-hmm. Right. That's what we need, immediate impact. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Browns at 4 fill the need. The quarterback at number 1, I'm still questioned here because Saquon Barkley goes 2, Sam Darnold goes 3, Chubb goes 5. Josh Rosen gets drafted 10th to the Cardinals, and he's, quote, pissed off about that. Well, too bad. And as of last night, because he was drafted in the New York area, Saquon Barkley's jersey is the top seller for the first round pick. So, congrats on that, Saquon. But see, here's the thing. We saw Saquon Barkley run in the Big Ten. So it's not like we're blind to, okay, we've never seen, no. Penn State, they play Ohio, of course, the Ohio State University, the team up north, Michigan State, etc. in the Big Ten East, all right? It's not like we're blind to this. We know these players in the Big Ten. I would have been not happier. I would have been excited at the fact that we picked him number 1. Okay, let the Giants go look for some surprise pick and make a surprise pick, player that we didn't expect at 2. Like I said, I threw my hat at the TV when I heard the name. But here, as I repeat, I know I'm repeating this. Last year, Dorsey was with Kansas City. He moved down. I'm sorry, not down. He moved up to pick Mahomes. Mahomes is a Big 12 quarterback. So right there, that should have been a clue to as him selecting Baker Mayfield. All right. Now Mahomes is going to be the starting quarterback of the Chiefs because Alex Smith is gone. It's just, it's a bicycle you've been on. You pick quarterback over and over and over again, but then you got to think the quarterback's got to have that offensive line. And if you only got maybe 1/5, 2/5, or 3/5 of the offensive line, you're going to get your behind sacked over and over and over again, and we're going to play this Peyton Manning rookie year deduction every time. Over and over and over again. This has got to stop. I give Dorsey a B for effort, not an A B for effort. A B for the shock picks. Right now, I want to see if these picks, more than if, when these picks produce, then he'll get a final grade on them. I'm not going to give anything right now. Don't need to. Let's see these picks produce 2, 3 years down the line. We're throwing dice. We're playing, basically, hopefully we can hit 7 on both of these prospects. And not get a snake eyes and lose. Like we've been for how many years? That's why
it's a crapshoot at the
yeah,
end of the day anyway.
It's an absolute crapshoot. No disagreement. No,
it's a Vegas gamble any day of the week.
Right, and we can go to the casino and maybe win.
That's true. The house always wins.
That's
though.
right.
Remember that.
No, and that's why I'm going to give Dorsey not benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to give him a little chance because he's got that cachet. He's been around. He picked Aaron Rodgers, okay? He's picked certain players that are gems in the NFL now. So he has that cachet. Sort of like Joe Thomas here had cachet for the fact he went through all hell in his playing career. All right? But he has to earn the Cleveland cachet. He can't, this is what I did in Green Bay, this is what I did in Kansas City, this is what I did. You got to earn it here because we've gone through management so many times. I can go up the steel coaster at Cedar Point, how many times we've gone up and down. Yeah. Go for it. On the Browns? Or are you talking Darnold, Josh Rosen, and Baker Mayfield? Mm-hmm.
Well, the Browns already said that Baker was going to sit the first year, so we're not anticipating him having any impact at all unless he becomes a locker room guy.
Right, okay. I'm going to say Josh Rosen.
He'll probably start, so.
Yeah,
Positive impact, though?
Yeah.
That remains to be seen as a rookie.
I'm going to actually say Josh Rosen. And the
Because
reason
he
why,
has that hit list.
and not just that, but he has a great wide receiver in Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but I will give... Yeah, that's a plus right there. And Sam Darnold has a great teacher at quarterback in... what's the Jets quarterback? I can't even think of him right now.
But McCown's gone. Yeah, he's gone though, right? Or is he still there?
Josh McCown's still there.
Well,
So he's got a great teacher.
Yeah, that's his job then, to bridge that next
and
generation.
That's a great teacher.
And that's what he could have did in Cleveland, but for whatever reason we got rid of him. But that was
for no reason.
He's about to be 40. Like seriously, he's not going to be doing anything.
No,
so
but
his
he
job
will
is
be.
To tutor Josh Rosen.
He's going to. Yeah, that's why I think Rosen's going to have the bigger impact. Darnold's going to more than likely it'll be a learn. The Jets are not exactly a Raiders or anything like that, or the Bills. Okay.
Because he's making that list and checking it twice.
Mm-hmm. That's why I
find out.
That's what I'm going to say, Rosen.
Naughty or nice.
But in the NFC West, it's going to be really, really tough this year. San Francisco's up and improved. Seattle's still got Russell Wilson, so hopefully Rosen can make that impact and surprise. Okay, that's my thought on it. Mm-hmm. I think that was more of a smoke screen than anything else, because coming out of the New York media with, they want Mayweather, or I didn't want a quarterback, but a lot of people thought it'd be a quarterback, and they were going through the whole list. Rose.
The reason we wasn't going to have Saquon Barkley, I knew it. I knew it.
You know how bad I wanted Saquon Barkley.
I figured we were going to quarterback and should have. I figured that they were going to pass on Saquon Barkley because they had Carlos Hyde.
But it just irked the third round. There's some sleepers there.
Yeah.
Even a wide receiver. So, yeah. Dennis Bryant, yeah, that was a surprise. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. So that tells you. So that tells you right now that Lamar Jackson's going to sit this year because Joe Flacco is the face of the Crows, also known as the Ravens. That tells you right there. I think he'll get a year of seasoning, and Joe Flacco is a good teacher, folks. Because maybe Baltimore's fallen out of the Flacco. We love Flacco since he signed that big contract. But still, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, no matter what. Okay? And with that, Mr. Can break here. You are listening to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable with myself, George, and to my meter right, Miss Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports. Right back here. My wife says hi, Rachel. Let's see. Well, the Pats acquired another offensive tackle. And Jason Witten, I think the Cowboys may need to go after a tight end. This draft isn't even over yet. And Saturday, 3rd through 7th round, that's where you get the players to fill the need.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, tonight, the 2nd round, and the 3rd round, you're going to get players to fill needs. But tomorrow, Saturday, You're going to get that 4 through 7. You're going to get more needs. So
Yeah.
Browns are going to get players.
And then you never know a gym. Like they say, Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round. You just never know. It's all about how you evaluate your talent.
And then the Browns at the fair. Once the draft is over, those that are undrafted, they get signed.
Yeah.
They get assigned to wherever. Look at J.J. Watt. He didn't get drafted.
J.J. Watt was undrafted?
J.J. Watt was undrafted. Okay? All right, Russell Wilson went in the 3rd round. Tom Brady, we know, is a 6th round story. We know. But my point is, yeah, you can sign somebody, and, all right? You find them. Alvin Kamara last year, 3rd round pick. New Orleans, great running. Ironically, I think went to Toledo. So you may find, you don't, just because it's a big cop, you may find somebody from a Division II, even Division III school. You never know. Cecil Short's the 3rd. Division III, went to Collingwood, went to Mount Union. Has played decently. Real quick on my Facebook page, I want to say hi to Dale, Nancy, Joyce, Uncle Chris, my wife Karen. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for watching. Bleacher report here real quick. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to read and come back on. Make sure I have this ready here, folks. Of course Saquon Barkley's going to have the jersey. Are you kidding? Please. Saquon Barkley? Of course the Giants are going to all go crazy. Of course they're going to all go crazy. Oh, we also find out about the bid for the 2019-2020 draft next month.
No, we do? What's
Cleveland
that?
Canton might get the bid. They put a bid in. They're saying it's going to be held round 1 at Public Hall. I think that's too small of a building. They could get the Convocation Center or, well, I don't know about the Q, but still.
Well, I'm almost imagining, but I would think that they would want to add a bigger space. But I'm almost imagining
Well, I heard Public Hall.
having it at Hall of Fame.
Well, the Canton one makes sense. You can have it in Tom Benson Stadium.
Yeah.
the fact that he basically is paying for that remodel and all that. God rest his soul. All right, welcome back everybody to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable. If you have a question, a comment, rant, rave, anything on your mind, give us a call, 216-694-8910. Again, 216-694-8910. Did you know that there is a way that you can help feed hungry children just by paying for essential services that you already have, like gas, phone, and electric? Project Feeding Kids has joined forces with Feeding America Food Banks, and together have a single mission: to fight childhood hunger while empowering families to live healthier lives. Every time you pay a bill, you will feed a hungry child. To find out how, call Agent Jess Douglas at 216-650-4332. Again, 216-650-4332, or click the ad on the home pages of voiceitradio.com or heavenlyhostradio.org. And before I continue here, we got the Tribe, Corey Kluber, pitching against the Mariners and Ramirez at 7:10 tonight on Sports Time in Ohio. And don't forget Game 6, the Cavs-Pacers. That is an ESPN national game, 8 o'clock. You want to hear the Cavs broadcast with Mr. Austin Carr and Mr. Fred McLeod. That's on Fox Sports Ohio. All right.
So,
I forgot to my media, right? Miss Rachel Hill, First Lady's
I have a confession to make.
Make that confession.
I was asleep during the game on Wednesday, and I missed it pretty much
slept
all.
during the game?
I did. I forgot to text you and tell you. I was passed out. Like, the only comeback I saw was the back of my eyelids. I missed it all.
Oh,
that's happened to me
man.
a few times where I missed, like,
finally, I got my daughter Rita to watch a game with me, the final, like, 7 minutes of it, and she says she was cursed because the Cavs had the big lead and then lost it. And then when they hit the game-winning shot by LBJ, I went as loud as I could, bam, because I knew it was in. And then there's a video out there, the kid's watching the TV, real quick here, the kid's watching the TV, and he sees the shot go, he goes game, turns around, and the shot goes right in. It's just immediate. But then, the last 2-minute report that the NBA always puts out, every game, they cited that they missed an LBJ goaltending call. LeBron James's big block shot of Victor Oladipo at the end of Game 5 should have resulted in the goaltending, the NBA acknowledged yesterday. The NBA also noted in its last 2-minute report that the referees missed the call when James blocked Oladipo's shot after the ball made contact with the backboard. That play is not reviewed. James went on to hit the winning three, the 98-95 victory, and a 3-2 series lead. After the game, Oladipo said goaltending should have been called. That would have given Indiana a 2-point lead, second remaining. But also the refs missed the fact that the ball went off Victor Oladipo out of the timeout with like 23, 24 seconds to go, and they called it the Cavs. It should have been, called it Indiana ball, and it should have been the Cavs ball. So tonight we got Game 6 in Indianapolis. Can the Cavs close it out? What do you think there, Rach? Can they close it out?
They pretty much have to. LeBron can't afford to. And that's a problem that we have, that if LeBron has to play like this every game, we are in trouble. We will not make it out of the Eastern Conference, and we will get swept in the finals. He has gotten not a lick of help. Our bench was outscored 44 points to 18 points. He is not getting any help. He can barely take a rest. If we need him to perform at this level night in and night out, this team is going nowhere, and he is gone at the end of the season. Would you want to continue to play in this mess? LeBron is about to be 34 years old at the end of this year. This is not 24-year-old LeBron. He cannot play at this level continuously, and he needs help. He is not getting any help, and this team will barely make it out of the Eastern Conference. So they're struggling to beat Indiana.
So that's telling me right now you prefer LeBron James hitting maybe LeBron James going 40, 45 points a game with the bench contributing.
I mean, I prefer him scoring like 20-something points and playing, like 30-something minutes a game, not the full 48 minutes. Like, it's crazy. Like, we're not going to win with that formula. And he cannot, it's always 1 versus 5. And it just, and I understand why he doesn't play a lick of different. defense. He is tired. He physically can't do it because you expect him to do everything offensively. Everything goes through him. Offensively, you know, he can't keep up that. I mean, if you think about it, I say NBA players, you know, their sport is the one where they actually work the hardest up and down. They really don't get a chance to take breaks off. And literally, this dude is going for 48 minutes straight. Imagine that. Like, can you physically do it? Like, I would love to work out with him one time, but I know I can't handle the first 5 minutes. And I am older than him. The incredible amount of shape he's in, but he is not a machine. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Game by game, you see him continue to be worn down. And there's no answer. There's no answer on the horizon. There's no help beyond yonder. Iceberg right ahead, and it's the Eastern Damn Conference.
Okay, that's a good way of saying it right there. That's a good way of saying it. It is.
Iceberg right ahead. With the everybody playing on their damn violins right now because the ship is sinking. Who's going down with me? I mean, it's just, what do you say? Nobody's helping. Ty Lue isn't coaching. You know, Kevin Love isn't playing. Thank God for Kyle Korver putting in 20 points. JR, you don't know what's going to show up, who's going to, which JR personality is going to show up.
All right, but will you agree? Okay, but will you at least agree with me? Where is Tristan Thompson?
Being a Kardashian, dealing with that drama.
Okay, drama, but still, 2 minutes? That's it, 2 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know if he's saving him for another series or what, but there might not be another series. So you might as well get his big butt in there and see what he can do.
Yeah,
because you already know if we play, who we play next? We play Toronto? Okay, he would be serviceable that series. Yeah. I don't, and that's the thing, there's no rhyme or reason for it because this is the playoffs. You throw the kitchen sink at everything, period.
I expect more minutes from Thompson tonight. I really do.
It's just everybody's back.
You want to end it in Indianapolis. You want to end it, and you want to keep.
You need LeBron to get rest. Period.
Right.
That should be the main goal.
Right.
And it's not happening.
You need to end it tonight. That way you have at least tomorrow and then Sunday to game 1 of the second round. Oh, chime in, please, Mr.
Maybe.
Gardner. Please, chime in.
Nice.
Please. And Milwaukee won last night, I know that. No, it's Game 7, I do believe Sunday.
They're scrappy.
Oladipo's very scrappy. I agree with that. Let's just make sure Green is playing the post tonight. Put him in the post. Stop chucking those threes. It drives me crazy. That's a key. Play some defense, and that amazingly, Indiana scored. Indiana was in like the top 10 with scoring over 100 points a game, but the Cavs defense has improved, and I use that term loosely there, Rachel. Has improved playing during the series. Okay.
Who has?
I said the Cavs defense has improved because
You
Indiana.
have no choice.
Well, that's A, and B, this is the playoffs. This isn't regular season where you can shut it down a few games here, there, and all that. This is the playoffs. Every game is important. Okay?
Mm-hmm. No, he is not playing.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, because Sabonis is no slouch. Hmm. Right. And definitely play some defense. I understand that. Mr. Gardner, please stay on the line. We are going to take a short little break. You are listening to, along with me, Miss Rachel Hill, to my immediate right, the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com.
Hello, Queen. I hear there's a whole lot of pissed off people up in here.
Hey,
Hey.
Scott.
But not you for long, huh, George?
No,
Hey, how are you?
No,
Hey,
I
Paul.
threw my head at the TV. I
Did you?
said it twice. I threw my head at the TV.
Well, here's the thing.
I wasn't happy with the pick.
I knew that they might try to get a quarterback.
Yeah, but I still
I just
wasn't
didn't think it was
happy.
going to be him.
Okay.
I wasn't happy with the pick.
Yeah.
You had Saquon Barkley right there. Get the running back.
Uh,
Compliment. Now, hopefully tonight they don't screw it up
more.
and let Nick. No. Nick Chubb, complimentary running back.
Yeah.
Complimentary running back. That'll be. I can live with Nick Chubb.
Does that mean this is broken?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next. All right, so where are your headsets? Those are those. Them right there, right?
Yeah.
These are mine right here.
We keep buying headsets, yet we don't have any. I don't understand.
I don't know.
Okay. Let me go and see what's going on here.
All right. Yeah, I told you my wife said hi. All right. Awesome. We having a good time or what, folks? That's right, I got a good one. We come back. You always got a plan.
Mm-hmm. No, you've confused me with Chris. He's the one that's always telling he got a plan.
Right, a master plan, a master
Uh-huh.
plan.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If this will transmit it for 1 ear. I'll use them. But my God.
That sucks.
Yeah, life sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I've come to expect it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, EP, how you doing? What's up, my friend? What's up, Richard?
Nothing.
That's not true. She just ain't saying. Yeah, they were like that when I came in. So you said a hip hop thing tomorrow at 6?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Oh. This is too big. Do I need to take this off or what?
Yeah. Adapter. That's an adapter.
I know it's an adapter, but
Okay.
it ain't like it's the first time I've seen one.
Oh, no. You got all that experience with
You better
headsets.
believe it.
I believe it. Man, are you kidding?
Don't look like this one to fit though. It's not sticking in there.
Try an adapt. Yeah, try those right here. Try those.
There we go.
There you go.
I gotta put this back on here when I get done.
I got all this, I
Okay.
got experience surrounding me. It's
I need a
like,
drink.
go for it.
I don't have one.
Go for it.
All right, so of course you've talked about the Browns picks. What else
Mhm.
have you talked about?
We got the Cavs Indians. Sorry, the
Have
Cavs
you talked
Pacers,
about them already?
today. Anybody not pissed off at the Browns, please raise your hands.
Anybody what?
Anybody not pissed off at the Browns, please raise your hands.
You all right?
Fine. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Huh?
I may call into the experience tomorrow.
Okay,
Said I may.
cool.
No, what?
You know-
I want to give you something that made me feel good this morning. Gail King,
Uh-huh.
first friend.
Yeah.
They were on CBS this morning, and they said we actually have real news this morning. That made
They
me feel
did?
so good.
That was funny.
No, I felt so good about that because of all the
Mhm.
crap going on lately.
Yeah.
But the Korea thing, that really rocked everybody's world. So
What?
I woke up to that and woke up to the draft, so I switched between the two this morning.
So you're going to talk about the Indians some more.
Well, no. We were talking Cavs. Again,
Okay.
everybody's thought Larry's,
Okay.
Mr. Gardner's on the line.
Larry Gardner, the
Mhm.
Larry Gardner.
Yeah, the Larry Gardner's on the
Okay.
line. If you
Uh-huh.
got some thoughts about the Browns draft, we'll kick it to you and hear what you want to say.
My thought of disappointment. is
Well,
what
well
my
here,
thought is.
no, I want to hear it. I really do. I really do. I really do. Everybody gets a.
Yeah, I just kind of blanked out after Baker Mayfield. I didn't even listen to the rest.
Well,
I
the
know they
fourth
got some
pick,
more to
they
do.
picked somebody from Ohio State, which
Denzel
Denzel Ward,
Denzel Ward, yeah.
and Nordonia High School.
Okay.
He's
He
from
came
Macedonia.
Nordonia.
He's from Macedonia.
Nordonia High School.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nordonia High School.
All right.
I do believe.
Then they got some more to do tonight, right?
Yeah, second and third round tonight, 4th through 7th Saturday.
Okay. How many more picks do they have left? 3?
3 in the second round, nothing in, I think 1 in the third tonight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But I don't think I could potentially add too much more than what you guys already said about this.
Yeah, but we'll say hi to you, definitely.
Okay. All right. I got plenty to say about the Cavs, though.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. If you have a question, a comment, a thought, anything on your mind, 216-694-8910. Again, 216-694-8910. I have my Facebook Live page up. I also have my YouTube Live page up here on the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable. I want to wish my grandson, Anthony, a pre-happy 7th birthday tomorrow.
Okay.
And with that we're gonna say Kerry Howard is a highly experienced and skilled attorney whose practice is focused on criminal and civil litigation. In addition to private practice, Kerry Howard serves in the United States Air Force Reserves as a judge advocate in Youngstown, Ohio. Who will better serve you than a veteran who already has. May 8th, coming close, folks. It's coming. Vote Kerry Howard for Judge 2018, Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas. This message has been paid for by friends of Kerry Howard, Frank Triozzi, treasurer, and to my immediate left, the vivacious one, a co-host of The Experience tomorrow. Special show there, I hear.
That's
Miss
right.
Sandy Scott, how are you?
Hey everybody, how you doing on this Friday? NFL draft continues.
Yes,
I
continues
heard
tonight.
that Floss, the First Lady of Sports, Miss Rachel, and Mr. George Bendicky really dished that subject up. Yeah.
Would you like add anything to the plate about
All
that?
I gotta say is,
How's that?
I had a sneaking suspicion that the Browns would go ahead and look for a quarterback and pick one. I just didn't think it would be Oklahoma Sooner Baker Mayfield.
Who did you think it would be? It would be at the time before the clock started for the brown and orange.
I just thought they would go with Saquon Barkley, you know.
Mm-hmm. Just like me.
He was available, you know, and we need somebody at that position.
Right.
We've got a lot of shoring up to do at our left tackle and our defensive line and our offensive line. You know, and then, you know, I just thought that they would take him since he's a premium player and everybody's talking that he's the guy. And so I thought they might get a quarterback, not necessarily first right off the bat, but I certainly didn't think it would be Baker Mayfield. I'm still pissed at him trying to show out on us when they beat Ohio State. So, you know.
I understand that.
Whatever.
Here's some interesting notes. Let me just read these real quick. The Tribe, Corey Kluber's pitching tonight against Ramirez, 7:10 Sports Time, Ohio. We have the Cavs-Pacers Game 6, 8 o'clock. It's a national game, ESPN. If you want to watch the Cavs broadcast, tune in to Fox Sports Ohio. Okay, Jason Witten of Dallas is going to retire according to reports and pursue a broadcasting career. Okay,
Wow.
Very, very simple. Real quick here, according to the Buffalo Bills captain of the team, Mr. Allen may have to address the tweets. My question to both of you, was it within, not within the right, but what were your thoughts of these tweets? You're thinking this is a high school football player tweeting about certain subjects that may be offensive to others. So that's what I was going, my point getting to. What do you think?
Are you talking
that?
about Josh Allen?
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Okay. Here's
And
the
he
thing.
did get drafted last night. He was drafted in the top 10, I do believe.
I was listening to some national radio shows who were saying that what do you think should be done? Should he be prevented from entering the draft and all this kind of stuff? I say no, because I always feel that most of the time people deserve a chance at redemption. The thing is, he got caught saying racially disparaging things, but there are people who are still doing it right now, and they're in respectable, high places, whatever. I think these people need some sensitivity, diversity training.
Yeah, that's a key right there.
I don't necessarily think that curtailing their opportunities is the right thing to do. I think that they need to be tracked and monitored and assisted while they are getting these opportunities or while they have them. And we really need to put our money and our Constitution and our Bill of Rights and all that where our mouth is. I mean, we say that we are a society for everyone, but we need to make people live up to that. But you don't make them live up to it by denying them opportunity.
Right.
You make them live up to them while they have the opportunity, because then they have your attention.
Okay, here's my thing. It was high school. Okay,
Mhm.
he admitted, he owned up
Right.
to it. Okay,
Mhm.
that's great.
Right.
Do you remember?
What?
No, I'm just saying. Do you remember your high school? Do you remember? We
remember
didn't
high
even
school.
have. We didn't even have Twitter or anything like that. We wrote
Right.
notes.
But no, people didn't have
Right.
Twitter or Instagram and things like that, but they would say these things, say maybe to each other or in
Right.
smaller groups, or maybe they said
Right.
them, you know, to each other.
Right.
I've heard sometimes at the high school football games, people have been taunted like, hey,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I've
something
seen it.
derogatory.
I've seen it happen
And they
in
would try
college
to do it
basketball.
to unnerve the other players.
Right.
I've heard black high school athletes say that the other team called them names, the N-word, tar baby, and
Right.
stuff like that to try to unnerve them. So, and then too, I do believe that there is a bunch of immaturity in high school. So I say we give this guy a chance to correct his behavior.
Okay.
But if you are not having in contact with these people, how are you going to affect their behavior?
Absolutely.
You're not.
And Key this morning, Roger Goodell was on a show, and the NFL can do zero anyway. These tweets were from high school.
Right.
And as I stated earlier, Alan owned up to it. Rach, you want to interject anything about the Twitter discovery of Josh Allen yesterday?
What did it say about?
These were high school tweets, and some of them were derogatory.
Racially
towards,
derogatory and stuff.
Yeah.
Towards black people?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry.
Well,
for
see,
that.
to me, because that's kind of expected. The thing is, there are adults in high positions doing that kind of stuff now. So
Right. Obviously, I think social media can be, there's good, okay, but there's also bad.
Sorry, I was actually addressing a derogatory situation right now. I came upon a website and I just said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to this person. Don't know.
Sounds like
genuinely from America.
Yeah.
So when somebody's genuinely curious, you know, and just, hey, you know, but you can't be questioned. I can't question, you know, why do you have a blog containing such and such and such and such? Just curious, you know. I'm probably not going to get an answer back. I'm probably going to get a nasty answer. But you know what? There's no point in reaching out and seeing. I'm just really curious. That's it.
Right.
You know. And even still, you are still loved no matter what.
That's right.
Because we're all God's creatures.
I was going to say,
right.
Mr. Porter, are you still on the line?
It was Mr. Gardner.
Or Mr. Gardner, I'm sorry, Mr. Gardner, I'm sorry. What are your thoughts about the Twitter with Josh Allen yesterday that were discovered by Yahoo Sports? Okay.
Toes, Larry Gardner.
Okay, no offense, ladies. Mr. Gardner, I got... Oh, go ahead.
What about the fact that Colin Kaepernick still doesn't have a job?
Really? Okay, no offense, everybody, but this just broke. Washington Wizards, we were talking Cavs in Indiana. They play Toronto, I do believe it is today, and Otto Porter Jr. is going to miss the rest of the series due to an injured lower left leg. This just only came out within the last 10 minutes. Porter Jr. had a minor procedure on his leg Friday to address swelling in the area of the bruise. The team announced he will not play Friday night or in a possible Game 7. So that's a key
To
for
address a bruise?
it says here, because of an injured lower left leg. He had a minor procedure on his leg today to address swelling in the area of a bruise, the team announced. He will not play Friday night or in a possible Game 7. Porter has been listed questionable with left leg contusion prior to undergoing the procedure. Coach Scott Brooks said Porter was, quote, banged up as he came into the series hobbled already. All right.
I
So
hope he's going to be okay.
I do too.
I'm just saying that because sometimes when you have a bruise or a wound on your leg and it doesn't heal, it's
Properly.
a sign of something more serious.
Right.
Unfortunately, something like that happened with a personal friend of mine, and when they actually investigated it, they found out that it was cancer.
Ooh,
And
ouch,
unfortunately, after a year or two, he did not survive. He died. So we hope it's nothing that
Right.
serious.
Right, I understand that. I understand that completely. Thoughts on,
Excuse me?
what was that?
Who's up in the series that he's in?
Let's see. According to, Toronto's up 3-2. It's Game 6 tonight, 7 o'clock.
So they start before the Cavs do?
Yes. Cavs are national, 8 o'clock, ESPN or Fox Sports Ohio.
Wait a minute, what? Oh, without out of order. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, Larry.
Mhm.
Right.
Absolutely right. On May 8th, vote Ivanka Hall for Ohio State Representative District 12. Vote for experience, not endorsements. Qualifications, not relationship. For trust and not loyalty, because loyalty is deceiving. Sounds like the Browns a lot of times, folks. Ivanka Hall is the founder of the Northeast Ohio Black Health Coalition, which is the first coalition in the state of Ohio dedicated to addressing African American health disparities. So remember, May 8th, vote Ivanka Hall for Ohio State Representative District 12. Trusted, experienced, and qualified. You stay on the line there, Mr. Gardner? All right, go ahead. All right. All right.
Thank you, Larry.
All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hope coaching and cheering got him through the other night. I'm tired. I can't do that every night, but I'm trying.
Can't keep doing that. Thank you very much for calling, okay? All right.
Take care, Larry.
All right, with that, Miss Sandy Scott to my immediate left, Miss Rachel Hill to my immediate right, yours truly, from the Ben Dickey Report. We're going to take a short little break. You are listening to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable on voiceitradio.com. Queen, you didn't forget those 2 songs, did you? All right.
Hey, Mickey.
All right, cool.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you're so pretty, don't you understand? You take me by the heart when you take me by the hand, or something like that.
Oh, say hi.
Hey, Karen.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. My image was so bright and beautiful that it turned the phone off. It's an ending live video clip.
Hold on, I didn't want that to end. I didn't want that to end.
It was too much heat between you and me, George.
Oh, don't start. Oh, God, don't start.
I mean, I'm serious. That's what
Are
happened.
you
The
kidding
phone couldn't transmit it. It couldn't handle it.
It's fine. That's the first time that hit. Okay? No, we're going to get it. Here we go. We're going to get it. Okay? Now let's try that again. There you go. Say hi to Karen.
Hey, Karen, how you doing?
Oh, we're doing awesome here. See?
That's right. We're here at the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable in a break, just talking to you live. Thank you for taking such good care of this guy. We love him. He is the analytical one, and we do need him here. Thanks.
All right. There, I got my video back up. Karen's going to ask me about that, too. Okay, we just had a click there, folks. We got the video back up on Facebook Live. I also got YouTube Live up, okay?
YouTube Live.
Yeah, Cleveland Talk Sports. Cleveland Talk Sports at voiceitradio.com. I have YouTube up there. We do our shows. We put them up there. They're up there. And it's doing real well.
YouTube
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, come on. You can say hi. Yeah, you're on YouTube Live.
Sandy Scott, YouTube Live. What's up? Yes, Chris is my better half for one more day.
He's still a good guy.
I wish he was my better half.
He's a good guy.
But you know, we can say nice things to him on this
He's a
last
good
day.
guy, all right?
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's an awesome guy. I can't wait till you get on the plane.
Now, you know what? When I get into baseball, I'm going to make you guys happy. I'm going to make you